what? I am not even surprised at this point that a movie like this has come out from the Malayalam film industry, because yeah, only they can do it, guys. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And yes, I will be sharing my thoughts on the latest Malayalam film release, Jana Gana, which is directed by Dijo's Antony and it is written by Sharis Mohammed. It's so weird that this was the first time I went into the theaters with actually a lot of expectations for a movie without knowing what to expect from the movie, because you set your expectation basis the trailer, but the thing is that they promoted the movie in such a way that all the stills were from the second part. So I was excited, but I did not have any clue that what can I expect in terms of content. Like, really, hats off to the marketing team for this, though it's a double-edged sword because now we have too much content to talk about for the second film, which I will come to later. Now, this is the kind of movie that will start a discussion or a debate, and it should, because this movie literally shows us a mirror. The movie questions literally everything, every goddamn thing. Like, it doesn't matter which political ideology you are leaning towards, it just questions both the sides equally. And boy oh boy, is this movie going to make you sit back and think for a moment that, oh my god, do we really have free will or are we just puppets? Because the way the story has been structured, you are actually going to feel like a puppet by the end of the movie. You will feel that you have been part of a social experiment, and that is the brilliance of the writing and the screenplay. About the storyline, I'll just say that in a nutshell, it is a political courtroom drama, and I am honestly oversimplifying this because there are just way too many things that has been covered as part of the narrative which tackles a lot of social issues, and they are extremely relevant in the society that we are living in right now. And as I mentioned before, that you would feel like you're part of a social experiment by the time the movie gets over, because there are moments where I was sitting like this, like honestly like this, looking at Prithviraj and thinking to myself that, okay, this dude is exposing my thinking. Because there were certain dialogues that made me, take a step back and think that, okay, yeah, probably, I have been manipulated into thinking something is true or something is false basis how it was portrayed to me in the media. And who's to say I'm not getting manipulated by watching the film? So yeah, do I have free will, free thinking, or everything that I think as a person, as an individual, is because of the influence around me? And these are really hard-hitting and relevant questions, right? And I am so happy that this is a movie which makes you think like this. I loved how Dijo's Antony directed this movie, like how he set up everything in the first half, and the conclusions and the payoffs were so satisfactory in the second half. When I say I was shocked, like I was screaming. I was literally screaming, not like actually screaming, but internally I was screaming. Because in all honesty, I'll tell you, when the movie starts, the first 20-30 minutes, you'll be probably a little confused. I'm not saying you will be confused, but it could be confusing for a viewer that, okay, so many random things are happening. What is going on? Because the opening scene before the title card shows a completely different storyline. Then after the title reveal, something else only starts. So it might be initially confusing a little bit for viewers that, okay, what are these random events happening in the beginning of the movie? But after intermission, the way the movie flips 180 degree, I'm still in shock, guys. I'm still in shock. I am still thinking about the scenes, because this rarely happens to me, but when I left the theater, I was numb. I was honestly numb in a good way, because I kept thinking about certain scenes and really questioning myself. What is real? What is fake? Some might also argue that, okay, in the first half, the movie was dragging a little bit and this and that. I disagree respectfully, because I thought the pacing was perfect. The complaint that I have, the actual complaint with the direction and the writing that I have for this movie, is that they gave us too much info for the second one. Like, we already know there is going to be a second movie, but I feel now with the teaser and the trailer, and in fact there are a lot of scenes by the end of the film which sets up the second movie. But I personally felt that they revealed too much. They revealed too much which they needn't. They could have just included all of that in the storytelling of the second movie, because there's too many important information that I personally feel that were revealed. So the shock value that the first film gave me, I am a little skeptical if it's going to be there in the second movie or not. Though I know it's too soon to judge, but just I'm saying that they revealed a lot of things, because now people can theorize what is going to happen. And honestly, it just looks like a revenge drama to me. Not really a spoiler, but I feel the movie should have ended where, the guy gives the phone to the minister and Prithviraj says that I have not forgotten what happened so many years back. And they should have just, cut to black. That would have been the perfect ending because that creates the anticipation. But other than that, I feel that the writing for the first film was really well done. The direction was really well done, specifically for the second half of the film, because the pace really picks up, and honestly this is one of the best courtroom dramas that I've seen, because it is not over dramatic, it is dramatic. There are scenes which will feel a little bit dramatic and a little bit preachy. The dialogues might seem a little bit preachy, but they really nail the point. Two of the biggest plus points for this film: number one is the edit, second is the background score. Like Jake's Vijay, take a bow. The songs and the BGM, they are top notch. In fact, I will place this at par with Kuruti. In fact, a little bit above Kuruti, I would say. Seriously, for me, his Kuruti BGM was my favorite. But yeah, Jana Gana BGM definitely topples that. Absolute goosebumps. That is the perfect blend of, where it has to be dramatic at certain points, it is that, and where it has to be mellowed down, he has done it perfectly. It's the perfect blend. The edit by Srijit Sarab, oh my god, I loved it. Just no complaints whatsoever with the edit, specifically for the second half where the puzzle was getting solved, literally the climax sequence where the puzzle was getting solved, and us as a viewer, we were finding out, okay, what the actual truth is. The way the scenes have been sequenced, that okay, this happened at that moment and the context was this, like when the context was getting revealed, the way he has placed the scenes and edited it out, I fell in love with it. Like the shock value those scenes were giving me, and I was thinking to myself, my god, the first thing I'm gonna do is find out who is the editor of this movie. Then coming to the performances, the two actors, the two leads of this film, Prithviraj and Suraj, like, oh my god, if Prithviraj doesn't get an award for this, I'll be so freaking disappointed. He really deserves it. The guy made me forget that he was Prithviraj. I was watching Arvind. For me, he was just Arvind on screen. His dialogue delivery, expression, demeanor, everything. Like, take any aspect of his acting or performance, it's just 100 on 10. Then coming to Suraj, wow, just wow. I mean, the point that the movie tried to prove that, what we are shown is what we believe, what we are shown again and again, or in the front page, or what is hyped in the media is what we believe, that at one moment we will make somebody a hero and the next moment that person can turn into a villain. I mean, Suraj embodied the character of Sajjan. Like, I don't see anybody else playing this role. Just the perfect casting. Perfect casting. I like Mamta Mohandas also. I wouldn't say she blew my mind away with her acting, because I feel that, Suraj and Prithviraj set the bar so high that everybody else was like, ha chalo, it's fine. They're doing well, but not at these two actors' level. So Mamta also acted well, but I was like, oh, my mind is not getting blown away. But yeah, she's good. Overall, I would say this movie is a must watch. Though I feel a little scared for Prithviraj now. I don't know. It could stir up a controversy. It could. I'm not saying it would, but it could. But then, you know what, when I was watching this movie, I remembered when my channel was in like a very nascent stage, and I think I reacted to his movie trailer 9, and that time you guys told me that, he's the dark horse of Mollywood, where he's the one who will take Mollywood to the next level, and because he experiments and he's not scared to try out new things. And when I was watching this movie, I really felt that. I remembered that, and I felt like, yeah, they were right. Like, only he could have taken up this role. This is something that Prithviraj only could have done, and I felt so proud and so happy. So even if as a viewer you disagree with the points that have been put forth in the film, I would still say that, at least for that disagreement only, at least it'll make you say that, okay, no, I disagree. So just go and watch the film. And yeah, so from my side, a very big thumbs up to this movie. And yeah, those were my thoughts. I did not give out any freaking spoiler, because I don't want to even spoil one single scene for you guys, for those who haven't watched it. Hopefully we'll do a spoiler discussion. I'll get in touch with Nona. Nona, if you're watching, we need to get in touch, and we'll spoil the crap out of this movie in the live session. So yes, with that, I will end this video here. Please share in your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this film, did not like this film, found it average, could have been better, whatever your opinion is, please write down in the comments below. And yeah, I will end this video here. See you soon on my next one. Bye bye.